Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 8 of season 3 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. Today I want to get started doing a little bit of crossbreeding on these plants that I've got. As you can see, I had my crafting table here ready. I'm going to create a couple more of these crops as shown, and I'm just going to be placing them down kind of in this cross pattern like they are right here. All I need to do in order to crossbreed some crops is to place the crop down twice, as you just saw. And I'm going to place a little bit like that. And I'm not entirely sure if this is a very efficient way to do it, but it looks good to me, so let's give it a shot. I'm going to let these guys grow for a little bit and head back to my house. You guys might have also noticed that I sound awfully different than normal. That's because I just got myself a new microphone. Hooray! So hopefully you guys can tell me how well I sound, if you like the new sound of the microphone. I think it sounds better. Definitely a lot less background white noise and static. But I'm going to rely on you guys to post in the comments and let me know your thoughts on the new microphone. I hope it's good. Otherwise, I'm going to get to building that sorting system that I was talking about today. So without further ado, let's get going. Alright, so what I wanted to do in this room is probably push this wall back a little bit. So I'm going to need to kind of just take up a bunch of cleanup right here like this. Don't need this thing cleaned up. Just knock everything off, and I'm going to want to go back a ways into this hill. And of course it would take me a little while to dig through that hill, as slow as it'll probably take me to go. So let's grab ourselves, I don't know, I should have some miscellaneous valuables in here. Let's grab like half a stack of redstone and see how far that gets me by charging up this here nifty little toy that I've got. So if I were to just click like that, alright, that's not too bad. Nice. Not bad looking. Alright, I could probably live with that. So a little bit of redstone usage there, but it's going to help me clear out this area a lot faster than otherwise possible. Of course, there's some items I could use besides this neat little toy, but for now I think this is a good one to go with. And I'm out of fuel. So, as you guys can see, all the equivalent exchange fuel is required to run your nifty little power items. Right now, I'm just going to finish cleaning up this junk manually with my drill. I'll be back in a few minutes once I've cleared out this area. Alright guys, I also just adjusted my volume a little bit on this new microphone. It's taken me a little bit to get used to. Anybody who's ever recorded their own voice knows how horrible you sound to yourself, and I just hate the sound of my own voice in this new microphone. But I think it's a lot better than it probably was before. It's just going to take me some getting used to, so I'm tweaking with the sound volume. Let me know if you can hear it well enough over the sound of the game, and I think we'll be in good shape. So just cleaning up the rest of this house right here. That looks good. So what I wanted to do basically was run this right to here. So let's build with cobble. Not that I have a terribly large amount on me, but that's alright. I can go transmute some or just pull some out of the chest. I also did a bit of mining between this episode and last. So let's go drop all this junk in there. I don't need that. Don't want to have any extra junk in my inventory that I don't need right now. And I'll go grab some cobble. That looks good. And I'm just going to be building this house for the next few minutes. Don't mind me, I'll be back when it's done. Alright, so I got that part all cleaned up. I'm going to go clear out the floor real quick. And by just using my destruction catalyst on the lowest power, it'll knock out one layer of flooring for me, which is perfect. Because, hey, that looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Nice and fast way to mine. Or clear out the floor. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, not a half bad looking room. Got, just clean it up a little bit with my friend the Philosopher's Stone, and I want to do this on camera just because it's so awesome. Ta-da! Let's convert all this cobble to smooth stone. Beautiful. Alright, let's get to building a nice little sorting system, and I might change up the room a little bit more, but for now this is pretty good. Actually might want to extend the room off that direction. Maybe I should do that before I start. Okay, just as a little test here, I built what would partially be the next wall, and it looks like this will probably be a big enough room. Not sure 100% if this room is going to be the right size, but I think it'll be pretty good. So I'm going to just finish building it up, and then I'll get back to do something more interesting than building walls. hopefully. Alright, so I'm just finishing up my floorboards here, but I need a little bit more of this marble brick. Luckily, I can transmute my way directly to it and get it. And thanks to the portal gun, I'm right back at my house. Gotta love it. There we go. Not a bad looking room, if I do say so myself. Get a few more torches up on the walls, make sure it's nice and bright in here. Maybe eventually I'll replace these guys with red power lighting or something, but for now it's pretty good. Yeah, that looks nice. Maybe one more torch in here just to make this look a little better. Yeah, not bad. I didn't evenly space my torches, which will probably drive you guys a little crazy, but yeah, what are you gonna do? Alright, so let's get to building a nice little sorting system here. I'm going to have to figure out exactly how I want this sorting machine area to work, because it's going to be a little bit different than the last time I did it. I want to change things up, not do the same thing. I definitely want to use red power still, and because advanced machines aren't out yet, I'm probably going to wind up using the overclocker things. So we'll have to see how well that goes. So I do want to use my macerators here and my electric furnaces. I should build some induction furnaces soon, which means I should probably build a compressor. We'll see. Let's get started. So let's build something, huh? How about an electronic circuit here? I'm going to need 8 pieces of refined iron. Don't seem like I have enough of that stuff. So let's just run over to our chest and get some. I'm going to grab myself probably just half a stack of iron here. I've got plenty of iron. How about a full stack? And we'll start cooking it up. I don't know if refined iron is in equivalent exchange. So let's just cook it up in our electric furnace. And to help things speed their way along, what do I do with my, there they are, overclocker upgrades? Nope. Hey, much better. Alright, that's good. And as you know, using the overclocker upgrades does increase things quite a bit. I'm probably not going to even keep them. I'm going to have an induction furnace for sure, and I'll probably just use the overclocker upgrades for the macerators. But for now, at least I have the 8 refined iron that I need to make a compressor. And as you can see, the compressor recipe is as shown. Machine block in the middle, electronic circuit, and some smooth stone on the sides will get me a nice fancy compressor with an epic squeeze achievement. Nice. And how about 1 copper cable? That should be enough for now. Let's go digging down here and add this compressor right here. Nice. So I'm ready to go compressing things, and the first thing I'm probably going to want to do is upgrade one of these electronic furnaces. But before I do that, let's get ourselves a bit more bronze. I do have some tin and copper here, right? Yeah. I can combine in a crafting table something like this. There we go, 4 bronze. Alright, let's do that one more time. 4 more bronze. Get myself an electric wrench. I'm also going to grab the electronic circuit to upgrade this wrench to the electric. And let's go with this stuff here to make a quick battery. And I think it's something like this. There we go, electric wrench. Looks just like the electric tree tap, probably because they just haven't upgraded the appearance yet. But the nice thing about the electric wrench, which it has over the old wrench, and because that old wrench is old, I can get rid of it. I'm going to go throw it in my miscellaneous junk category for now, or maybe my industrial craft thingy, that's fine. I might wind up throwing it into my transmutation table at some point and just see if it has an EMC value. But the nice thing about the electric wrench, which is really awesome, is you can switch it up, and if I were to hold M and right click, it turns on lossless wrench mode. And as some of you know, you have a chance whenever you're moving machines to lose the machine that you're clicking on. With lossless wrench mode, you're guaranteed not to lose it. It uses a lot more energy. I think it uses 10,000 energy, which is a lot, like I said. But, you know, otherwise it's a nice thing to do. So let's go over here and figure out exactly what we need to do to make an induction furnace. Just going to need some copper and an advanced machine block. Advanced machine blocks not being terribly hard to go with. I just need some coal. So I'm going to grab, just to get a good amount here, because I am going to need a bit of these. Might as well just macerate half a stack of coal altogether. Throw that in there, and let the macerator do its thing, and this one I will overclock. Much faster is better for me. And the electric furnace is still refining iron for me, which is a nice bit. I'm going to need this compressor pretty soon. But for now, let's sneak back over here. I'm going to need more copper. I don't have enough copper. Where's my ingots? Oh yeah, that's better. I've got my refined iron, I've got some tin, that's good. Let's get ourselves some more bronze. I think this is it. Actually, I think the tin goes on the bottom. There we go. Got myself some mixed metal ingots. These things really are only used as a crafting ingredient, but you need to compress them first into advanced alloys, and that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm going to compress these mixed metal ingots. They don't have any purpose aside from being used in the ingredients of other items. I also grab my coal dust here, and let's take our coal dust and combine it like so. We'll get some raw carbon fibers, and I'll convert those raw carbon fibers into raw carbon mesh. Again, ingredients only. No real purpose with these things aside from making stuff. And since I don't want to sit here forever waiting for this compressor, let's move our overclocker upgrades around and get what we need. So I've got my carbon plates, I've got my advanced alloys, we're ready to build some advanced machines. Advanced machines are really just a more expensive version of a machine, and all you really need to do to make one is take your machine blocks here and put some carbon plates and some advanced alloys on the sides, and you get your advanced machine block. So let's take the other electric furnace that's in here, put this guy back on loss list because I want to guarantee not to lose my electric furnace. Pick them up and bring them right in here to my crafting table. And remember, the recipe is as shown. Just your advanced machine block down there, electric furnace, and some copper. Nice, induction furnace. Purdy. And that's going to be used in the room over there. And I might want to make one more of these things real quick, just to keep in this room, because I probably will every now and then want to macerate or cook something without having to go into my automatic room. So off camera, I'm going to go build another one of these induction furnaces. And once more, for anyone who wasn't paying attention, electric furnace, advanced machine block, copper all around gives you the induction furnace. So let's go place this guy down along this line somewhere. I'm thinking right here next to my macerator would probably be a nice spot for it. So I'll place one of these right there. And I'm going to go wrench up my other macerator, because I'm going to be using that guy in my other room. And since I'm wrenching things up, why don't I grab the compressor that I have right here, pick up all these cables, because I don't need them anymore, place down that compressor on the end, and this is my new little machine. No longer am I going to have 6 machines here, I'm just going to have the 3. I think that looks pretty good. So I've got my extractor, macerator, and induction furnace. And the induction furnace is a neat little toy. First off, it can cook 2 things at once. So that's why it has those 2 input slots. It'll cook both slots at the same time. And we can make this guy run faster by applying a redstone signal to him. So basically what happens is, this machine needs to warm up in order to run. So if you take a look at our interface here, you can see the current heat value is 0%. If I were to place a piece of cobblestone in there, and I'll even place 2 in, look how long it's taking to cook. I mean, first off, it hasn't even gotten anywhere on the progress bar. Yeah, definitely a long time. And take my word for it that this guy's currently using up 16 energy units per tick to cook. So it's taken a long time and a lot of energy to cook, but the heat bar is slowly building up. And the more items that you cook in here, the higher the heat percent and the faster they'll cook. And notice that they both cooked at the same time, but as soon as it ran out of items to cook, it stopped building up heat. So in order to resolve this, we can simply apply a redstone signal like so. There we go. Now the induction furnace is being kept on by that redstone signal, and we've got a heat buildup. And this guy will stay at 100% heat forever now, unless I turn off the lever. The other nice thing about this is pretty much that it'll run fast forever, but the downside is that it's going to use 1 energy unit per tick, very measly small amount of energy, in order to run forever like that. So for now, we're just going to let that guy warm up. And why don't I build another macerator real quick, because I'm going to need that in my next room. So I'm going to have, in the end here, 2 macerators with overclockers and 2 induction furnaces. And you might be saying to yourself, Direwolf, don't you usually do a lot more than 2 Yeah, I do, don't I? Well, don't worry. Anybody who watched my last Let's Play series should know that I'm not going to have too much of a problem using only 2 macerators and induction furnaces. If you don't know what I'm talking about, stay tuned, you'll find out soon. So 2 macerators and induction furnaces will be enough for me. Let's go ahead and get over here and do this thing. I think it was something like this, right? What was the recipe for this guy? There we go. It is electronic circuit on the bottom and cobblestone on the side. There we go. 2 macerators, 2 electric furnaces. And now I'm going to go probably run outside real fast, get myself a few more water cells so I can get some more overclocker upgrades. I'm going to need a good number of those. And while I'm over here picking up all these water cells, why don't we pop in real quick and see what's going on. Ah, I see. Oh, we've got some weeds back there. That's not a good thing. We do not want weeds. Agriculture, weeds grow and then start taking over your garden, so that's a bad thing. So let's get rid of this crop. Don't want him there anymore at all. How's it going in the back there, guys? All right, good, good. Looks like we made some progress here. Let's go ahead and, I think this guy was some seeds. And this guy, maybe? There we go. Cool. And this guy? Yeah, he wasn't quite done growing yet. Oh well. Let's see. I do have on me enough sticks, I think. Or enough wood, at least, to make some sticks. And place down a few more crops. I'm going to try and get some more crossbreeding going on here and get something more interesting than wheat. But for now, we'll leave that be. And I'll go back home. Do note, in case you didn't notice, I got some unknown seeds from my agriculture a moment ago, and those guys are going to go a long way towards pretty much making some better agriculture stuff. Look how much rubber I have. That's alright, I'm about to use most of it. Let's go get our machine over here and start building some more rubber cabling because I'm going to need a lot of that stuff. Yeah, wow. I need some more copper pretty soon. Oh well, I'll figure that out in a bit. But at least for now, I'm doing pretty good. Let's see, can I transmute from copper to something else? That might not be a bad idea. How's my ingot situation? Quite a lot. I should be able to transmute from tin or something like that. I wonder if I could transmute from silver. That might be a good slot. Let's go check out our transmutation table and see what we can do about our shortage of copper at the moment. I should be able to check and see that copper is worth 85 EMC and silver is worth, 512. Nice. So let's target our copper block here and grab a stack of them, or pretty much as many as I could. Right, I need some more silver than that. Yeah. Target this guy and boom. Hey, that looks good. Cool. Much better copper situation now, wouldn't you say? Yeah. There we are. Much better. All right, I'm going to place these copper cables in here and clean up my inventory, and I'll be right back. So I've decided I want to have 5 overclockers in each macerator. So that requires 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 electronic circuits. Neat. And let's place them in our crafting table here. I'm going to need some cabling. 20 is about exactly what I'll need, so that's good. Right along there. And now I'm going to have to go move around my inventory a little bit and make sure I have enough room to go pick up all the goodies I'm going to need from right here. So let's start building these guys. And I'll probably just do this a little bit off camera, and I'll be back. And I need to get myself a few more coolant cells. Ran outside and got some water. And I can place the last 3 right there to get my 10th overclocker upgrade. So again, macerators running in that room with 5 overclocker upgrades each. Might upgrade them later down the line, but this is a good starting point. And what I think I'm going to do next is move these solar panels that I've got up here. Because of my water generation out here with my MFE, and because I have all these machines kind of scaled down a bit now, I don't need quite as much power generation as I have. So let's get our electric wrench. Make sure he's still in lossless mode. There we go, enabled. And let's get upstairs real fast and take care of these guys. Now I did switch it to lossless mode, so it's going to drain my backpack pretty quick here, but hopefully this will guarantee that I get all my solar panels back. I do not want to have to remake any of these poor things. And I might even need to make a few more. See, look, not enough energy. I already drained my backpack that fast. But not a big deal. I can just go charge it up again. And what I'll do is I'll be back after I've knocked all these things off here. And you know what, guys? I do want to keep 2 up here, I think. So let's just keep it like 3. That might be nice. Oh, yeah, I forgot to put my backpack on. I guess that would help, right? There we go. So you pretty much get 1 shot with the wrench if you don't have a backpack on to use your lossless wrench mode there. But that looks good. Look at these spiders messing around with my stuff. Okay, so I'll leave those 3 solar panels right there like that. That'll be a nice little small addition there. And the reason I want those 3 is because I'm going to be using 1 energy unit per tick consistently here on the induction furnace, and I don't want my water mill supplying that. So those 3 solar panels are really going to do more than enough to keep this induction furnace running without having to keep kicking on and off my water mills. So what should happen is once this guy fills back up, the water mills won't need to turn on unless I actually use these machines. Good to know. And let's get started building our auto sorting system the way we typically start, by placing down a chest. This is going to be our input chest, at least for now. Any items that go in this chest will get automatically sorted through the system. And in order to put items into our system, we're going to need a bunch of pneumatic tubes, we're going to need a filter, and we're going to need at least 1 sorting machine, which means we're also going to need some solar panels from Red Power 2. And why don't I get crafting on those things off camera, because you've seen me make them already. I'm just going to start getting the supplies ready, and then I'll come back once I've crafted myself a few solar panels and everything else I'm going to need here. Alright guys, so you've seen this one before, but I'm going to make 2 of them. The filter. Remember, this is the item that we want to use to pull items out of chests when we want to tell it what type of item we can, what type of item we want. However, there's another type of machine in here that's pretty similar to the filter. Let's see here. I believe if I went like this, I could find it somewhere. It's called the transposer. There it is. This guy will pull 1 item out of a chest at a time, and you can't tell it what type of item. So it's kind of like a dummy of the filter. The filter's a little bit more intelligent. And the reason I'm using filters is because I'm not going to be pulling specific items out of my import chest, but I will be pulling out pretty much stacks at a time. Now the reason I made 2 filters is because I want to upgrade 1 filter to a, not here, sorting machine. There it is. So I'm going to need 2 more red doped wafers and a blue alloy ingot. Good to know. So let's get ourselves some more doped wafers. Gonna grab 2 of these things and 1 piece of silver. There we go, and I should have miscellaneous junk, another piece of leather. I should probably go teach my transmutation table about leather. I'll do that real quick, just in case I need to get more of it in the future. Then I don't have to go hunting for cows. 64 EMC, good to know. And the transmutation table now knows about it. You can also see down on my hotbar there, I got my battery box and solar panels and blue alloy ingots ready. Let's cook up our red doped wafers, and then I'll cook up my blue alloy ingot. Perfect, and while that's going, I'm going to cook up some more of these goodies right here. And for now, what was that recipe that I wanted here? That's right, it was something like, oh, I need more iron, don't I? 5 iron. Okay, let's try that again. 5 iron, 2 red doped wafers, 1 of my filters, and the blue alloy ingot. Whoops. There we go. Sorting machine. Nice. The sorting machine is really going to go a long way towards helping me get all the items where I want them to go. Its main purpose is to sort items, and it does a really nice job of it. I don't mind saying. So let's get down our filter here, and of course I need to have my screwdriver on me. I don't think I typically carry that around just yet. So there it is. And we're going to want to face the filter in such a way that it's going to pull items out of the chest and send them down the pneumatic tubes. And I need my pneumatic tubes here. I'm going to need a lot more than I currently have. So that's pretty much the main reason that I went ahead and, started cooking up more of that brass or whatever it is. And then as soon as they get pulled out of the filter, I want them to go into, right here, a sorting machine. And that's pretty much the way I want it to look. Yeah, that should be good. So you can see the sorting machine is a very complicated interface. This button changes the mode of the sorting machine, and there's a bunch of different things available. I also need to get it some power, which it looks like it's daytime, so that's good. Let's get some power going on over here. I'm going to at least just do this outside for now. maybe at some point I'll need to move this power thingy inside. But I can just place my solar panels on my roof. I do have some blue alloy wiring and some battery box. That's cool. Let's do that. So these guys here. And solar panels act as cables, so the fact that they're touching each other means that they're both generating power for me. And I can start running some wiring down like that. And maybe I just want it to come down here. And what I'll do is maybe place my stone right there. My bat box in line with it. And then just run some more cabling like this. That looks awfully pretty. And what we should start getting is some power filling up in there. Nice. I like the looks of that. Look at that. Nice and neat looking. And the power is going to come in. It's going to take a few minutes to charge this thing up, but the sorting machine really doesn't use much power. And those 2 solar panels are going to be more than enough to take care of it. And we're ready to start sorting items. All I need to do is start messing around with this interface. And now I'm going to start crafting myself a good number of tin plates. And in order to get tin plates, I just combine 2 iron with 1 tin in an alloy furnace, and I get 4 tin plates. So from this I'm going to get 32 tin plates, and that's going to be enough for 4 paint cans, so let's double that up and go with that much. So I'm going to let these tin plates cook up, and I'll be back in a few minutes. I need to go see what kind of dye I have available to me. It's just occurred to me, I don't think I have any cactus. I haven't seen much of cactus growth anywhere nearby either. So I'm going to go exploring this world for a little bit and see if I can't find either a desert biome or at least some piece of cactus somewhere. If I do encounter it, I'll be back to show it. Well, I ran off away from my house for a little bit. Looks like an interesting volcano type structure over there. And I found myself a few reeds, which is something I'll happily take because I don't think I had those yet at all in this world. A ton of sheep again. I'm told that sheep tend to spawn in certain biomes, and certain biomes are more likely to spawn a certain type of animal than others, so that kind of explains why we have so many sheep here. I'm going to keep exploring a little bit and see if I can't find some cactus, because I want some green dye. Well guys, I've been looking for literally half an hour and still haven't found any cactus, but I did find something I thought you might find interesting. Did you guys know that the size of the oil well underneath a big oil spawn is determined pretty much by how high the oil spawn shoots up into the sky? So the higher it's shooting up into the sky, the bigger the oil. So if you look out in the corner there, you can see a pretty small oil spawn into the ground. And if I look right here, you can imagine that's probably a pretty big oil spawn right there. I should probably make note of these coordinates, shouldn't I? Yeah, how about that? 75, 67, 444. Oh boy, do my eyes deceive me? Did I finally find a swamp biome? Well, I found a swamp biome, but yeah, I also found a desert biome, it would appear. Finally. I'm not kidding, guys. It literally took me half an hour. If I was filming this whole time, it would be an entire episode of me wandering around my world looking for some sand, which would probably be a pretty boring episode. So I got some cactus, it looks like, up in the distance. That's nice to see. Hooray. And I'm going to collect a good amount of the stuff and then bring it back to my base and then also throw it in my transmutation grid just so I know how to make cactus in the future. And I'll be back once I've collected enough of this stuff to warrant using it. There we go, made it back home. Alright, let's throw this in there as promised. Learned it, 8 EMC, not bad. Now I can make cactus whenever I want. Woot. Alright, let's clean up that inventory and get ready with the dyes that I'm going to need. Alright guys, I'm going to craft up the tin that I need here for my cans. And all we do with our tin plates is lay them out like so. There we go, paint cans. One more, that gives me 9 paint cans. And what I do with my paint cans is actually pretty simple and straightforward. I just go looking through my miscellaneous junk for some of the flax seeds that I found out in the world there. And I'm just going to get some items that I need to make some dyes. So what do we got in here? That should be good. Those are the 4 basics at least. And I can go over here and cook my cactus into cactus green. Get myself some red and some yellow. And all I gotta do is combine in a crafting table one of these paint cans, I think 2 flax seeds and 1 color, and that's gonna get me a can of yellow paint. And you guys are going to want to keep that in mind because I think this is a pretty good wrapping up point for the episode, I'm sorry to say. I know it's going to disappoint y'all, but I need to wrap this episode up and then come back next time to finish this sorting room. But for now, I'm just going to start getting some colors of paint. I've got 7 chests here, so I at least need 7 colors, and I'm going to probably need a few more. So I'll catch you guys next time in episode 9, where I'm going to finish up this sorting room. This is Direwolf20 signing off. Take it easy.